What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you of a really unique knife. This one was sent to me by Carco, aka Morbid Klaus, Murdat. He's gonna be linked in the description. He's got some pretty nice knives, man. Every time he sends me knives, it is like it's a treat unboxing this stuff. He's got some pretty cool knives for sure. Most of the time, it's something I've never even heard of. You know, got to do some research sometimes. Even with some research, I don't know all about them. But anyway, big shout out to Carco. Thank you so much for loaning me this knife. And thanks to all my channel members, Patreons, viewers, subscribers. You guys are awesome. Hit the like button right down there if you like the content. If you like to listen to me ramble about knives, subscribe if you want more of it. Olamic Cutlery. Really cool, man. I've never tried an Olamic before. They've got several really neat knives. The Rainmaker, I think, is one of them. The Wayfarer. Can't even think of it, but some really cool looking knives. And I've been wanting to try an Olamic for a while, so this is pretty neat. This is the Olamic Busker. Pretty cool little knife, and a lot of cool details that go into this one. Really neat. This is kind of like I guess up there in the realm of I don't know, Chris Reeve knives, maybe Strider, maybe something like that, in that kind of aspect and range of knives, I guess you could say. Really nice high-end USA small batch production knives, and a lot of them are different than some other ones. You could even maybe consider them mid-tex, maybe, depending on your definition of the word. So I got the packaging out here. I kind of did a unboxing video of it, included with some other knives, but I thought I would show this off because I didn't even know the COA and everything was in here whenever I unboxed this one. But this is it. Model name is a Busker 3.5 inch Semper Damasteel right there. Kinetic Rainforest handle, clip is Damasteel, and on the notes it's got Purple Rocks backspacer, number 33 of 505. Born on date is May the 2nd of 2019. So a knife that's definitely been out there for a minute, but pretty cool nonetheless. I really like this one. A little bit of a spoiler alert, I guess, but pretty unique knife. Got a lot of cool aspects about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Do some overalls, size comparisons, all that good stuff. So overall length from the tip of the blade into the handle, you're looking right under 6 inches. So the Busker, not exactly, you know, what you would call a full-size knife. It's almost like a mini. Maybe this is a mini Busker and he put it in a different box or something like that. I don't know. Knowing Carco, I wouldn't be surprised, but either way, it's been a treat experience in this thing. Pretty neat knife. So from the tip of the blade to where the blade meets up with the handle scale, you're looking at a little over 2 3/4. Sharpened blade length right at 2 3. Let me make sure I got that right at 2 3/8 on that sharpened edge length. Go ahead and get the calibers out here. Blade stock thickness, check. You got 137 thousandths, thickest part of the spine, and right around the belly where it swoops up, you got, let's see right here. Let me get it. Try to get as close as I can to where that termination begins, right at 29.5 thousandths there. And handle thickness on this bad boy, 412 thousandths. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. We'll get out some of the usual suspects here. You got your cold steel knives, AD10, which kind of dwarfs the Busker. And you got your AD 20.5 Demco knives. That's a slicer variant. So definitely, as you can see, not a large knife at all. Kind of what I would consider a small, maybe even almost a mini. There is your Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and your Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So even the Rat Model 2 is larger than the Busker. And last two are the usual suspects here. You got the Spyderco Knives Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Knives Para 3. So even the Para 3, much larger than the Busker. Cutting edge, Para 3, still even got a little bit more cutting edge than the Busker. Alright, put the Spydercos away here. Let's see, let's do some more USA made knives. How about the Strider Knives SNG, and your Zero Tolerance Knives 0562 titanium. Alright, put those up here. And two more, let's do two more USA made knives. That is the Hinderer Knives XM18 and your Chris Reeve knives. Oh, I could reverse flick it and be fancy. I usually can. Oh man, there we go. That is your Chris Reeve knives Umnenzon. So both of those, all four of those, definitely larger than the Busker. Let's see if we can get similar with size. Here is the Civivi Knives Baby Banter. It's a little bit longer overall than the Baby Banter. And here is your Cold Steel Knives Mini Tough Light. So definitely larger than the Mini Tough Light. A little bit longer than the Baby Banter. So not I don't know. I kind of don't do a lot of knives in this territory. I would consider it a small, not necessarily a mini. I would consider something like this a mini. I know it's kind of a fluid definition, but that's just my own way of kind of looking at it. Let's get the scale out here. See how much this little bad boy weighs. And feels got a little bit of heft to it for a smaller knife. I'm going to guess 3 ounces. Let's see how far off I am. Holy shoes, 3 ounces. I nailed it. That's pretty rare, y'all, but yeah, over an ounce and inch ratio, but not by too much. Not an incredibly heavy object to be carrying around in your pocket. Let me nail the camera there a little bit for you. Hope that helps with your with your seasickness. I don't know why you have seasickness while you're watching this. Alright, so you got the ceramic ball pocket clip. A little bit harder than it looks to get in the pocket. Let me see if I can show that the right way. Alright, so once you clear that kind of opening area right there, I guess you could call it. Let's see, put this in there. There we go. Alright, that's what you're looking at in pocket. So a little bit of a lip, I think, needed on that. Maybe a little bit of a rise or something like that. Doesn't go in and out of pocket. Incredibly easy, but a lot easier than I made it look with this pair of blue jeans that's sitting on the table here. If you got it in pocket, you got the benefit of your pushing down and your waistline or your belt is holding the pants up, right? So when you push down, you've got it kind of goes up against it and bam, right in the pocket. So giggity. But anyway, I like the pocket clip. Nice pocket clip. That is Damasteel on the pocket clip, Damasteel on the blade. This is my first time ever handling a Damasteel knife, so that is also pretty cool. Let's check out the hardware here as I knock my knock my bit driver all over the place. Alright, so I got a T8 sitting in here, and I thinking that's a T6 there. Yeah. All right, so T8 on the pivot, which is a single-sided captive pivot. Sorry about that, kind of knocked my whole hardware bowl over. All right, so T8 on the pivot, single-sided captive pivot. Nice kind of anodization that they did right there on that, and the matching ano on the hardware. That's pretty cool. I believe this is a T6 I got in here. Yeah, T6 on the body hardware and T6 on the pocket clip. Really wish that was T8, of course, but use some good quality bits and apply generous amounts of pressure, and that T6 won't strip out quite as easily. So yeah, T6 also on the lock bar insert. Got an over travel stop on the lock bar there. Pretty nice. This thing is definitely, even for a smaller knife, this is a smaller knife. This is one of the first smaller knives I've handled that I would ever like to own. I really, and that's, I don't know. I mean, I would say stuff like around the size of the Baby Banter, Mini Tough Light, stuff like that, I don't really look at too heavily after I get them in hand and review them. But this thing is incredibly unique to me. It's got that nice little harpoon swoop up right there, swooping back down. Really unique blade shape. Again, that Damasteel. Just look at that, man. Beautiful Damasteel. Whoop. I knocked the camera around. Sorry about that. Again, beautiful Damasteel blade. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. This is what is called rainforest green, brushed like rainforest green on the handle. Beautiful finish on that handle. Rock back spacer, pretty nice. Again, Damasteel clip. This thing's got they did an excellent job with that. And if you look at it on the inside, I'll use my Pond's channel official channel light here. I can click it the right way. So you got Damasteel limited 33. What does it say there? 33 of 50 S, or 33 of 50 of 505. I think that's 50S right there that they've got on the inside. Pretty cool. Nice little hidden Easter egg inside of the back spacer. I have regular size hands, large size hands, I guess you could say. I wear a large size glove, not an XL, not a medium, and I've got a full 4-finger grip on this, choked up. Got my thumb right there and that nice little hump on the spine swooping down. That is just perfect, man. That is locked in, solid. Absolutely love that. Reverse flicking is incredibly easy with this smaller knife. And that's one thing that's definitely surprised me with this thing. The action on it, beautiful action, even for such a smaller knife and blade. That jimping right there is incredibly comfortable. Just when you take it out of pocket, you can very easily just, it kind of naturally like pops open, right? You can just pop it open. No thought about it. Pretty neat. Nice little opening hole again there. Damasteel. Again, this is my first time experiencing Damasteel. I haven't done any cut tests on Damasteel. Haven't really hard used any Damasteel because it's the only Damasteel I've handled, and this is a loaner, so I don't really have extraordinary amounts of experience with Damasteel. I do, I would definitely love to own some at some point in time. That is definitely on my to-do list for the knife collection. But man, this thing is just awesome. I would, after handling this thing, I would absolutely love to experience another Olamic cutlery knife. This thing is contoured. The titanium is contoured. The action's great. The lockup's solid. Just an all-around great little knife. So, and I would probably put this on my most recommended knives playlist if it wasn't so expensive. I'm going to put it on my Grail knives playlist because I think this deserves most certainly to be in that spot. These run from in the mid 400s brand new to upwards of $700, $800, $900. They get crazy high with all the finishes, all the crazy steels, Mochatai, Damascus, stuff like that. And I'm not 100% sure on the price on this one. Didn't see this particular one on the website. So let me know what you guys think. What do y'all think about Olamic cutlery? Do you like this one? I think this one's pretty neat. Pretty nice little knife. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Appreciate everybody for watching the video. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe if you want more of it. Thank you very, very much to Carco, aka Morbid Klaus, aka Murdat, for letting me experience this really awesome, really amazing little knife. And I'll see you guys on the next one.